Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. On this clip, we're going to continue our NBA season team previews, and we're going to talk about the Boston Celtics. But before Clint and I give our thoughts, let us know down in the comments section down below, what are your thoughts of the Celtics season, and what are some of your predictions for their season? So, Clint, let's get into it. Let's talk about the Celtics season last year. 61-21. They lost in the conference finals to the Knicks, but probably a bigger loss was Tatum. He was injured that last game, and he's going to be injured for, well, we'll see how long, but at least the majority of this year. Additions, they added Garza and for Anthony Simons and Boucher. That's how it's pronounced, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Boucher. Yeah, okay. If you want to hear me pronounce names pretty good, just go watch the Miami Heat preview. That was a rough one last night. They lost Holiday, Horford, Cornette, and Porzingis. Okay, Clint. Going into the season, what is the biggest strength for the Celtics in your mind?
So I think this is another team similar to what we talked about with the Pacers, their style of play, but for the Celtics, it's specifically getting up threes.
Yeah.
This is a win by math team. It was even when they had everyone, and I think they're going to lean into it even more this year. That's their trump card to beat some of these other teams. Is if we get up 50, 63s, we got enough guys that shoot good that can overcome some of the talent deficiency with the losses and the injury.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a really good one. And along with that, I'll just say their coaching, their organization, that all is a positive. That's always a strength for them. That's where they come up with these strategies, right? Like the chucking of threes, getting the right people in. We saw how they build a really good championship team. They built that roster. And unfortunately, injuries and whatever, they now had to blow it up. But I'm interested to see what they're doing, and I have confidence as somebody who watches the NBA that they'll probably do it successfully because that's who the Celtics are. But it's because of their coaching and their organization.
Yeah, if there's ever a team that will figure something out or do, quote, the right thing as far as team wise, it's the Celtics.
Yeah, correct. What is your biggest weakness for the Celtics going into the season, other than no Tatum?
Yeah, I think your big position.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
Hauser is fine. He's another one of those similar to the Bucks, like with AJ Green, where it's like you see the white guy that can shoot and you attack it. They're solid defensively, but between Hauser and Boucher and Luka Garza and Tillman and the bunch, that's going to be tough to overcome. Is that center power forward size?
Yeah, none of them are like great rebounders. At least, like obviously they have that young guy on their roster there. Well, he's not super young. He's 26, but I don't cute and Cuta.
Yeah, I don't even.
Okay, yeah.
I did not
like
look that one up, so I can't even correct you.
okay, well, Keita, whatever it is, the point is like he's a complete unknown. And then the rest of the people that you do know, they're not great rebounders. So this goes again to say similar problem a little bit with the Pacers is like you're going to not have that rebounding. Like you can't guarantee you'll have that rebounding. So that makes the shot making more important because the likelihood of you having second chances are slim. And then that means also it's going to be harder for you to run down the court when more people have to crash the boards to make sure you can get rebounds. So it's kind of a double-edged sword when you don't have like great rebounding bigs. You have to do more on the defensive side, and there's rarely second chances on the offensive side.
Yeah, and as we talk, it's kind of a cascading effect. If you can't get boards, you got to put more resources to it, which can create other problems.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Biggest question for the Celtics going into the season?
again, similar to the Pacers, where do we are they going to just try to duck the tax? Like, do they just move on from Simons, or do they view him as perhaps, yeah, not even a starter next year, maybe even a bench piece, high minutes bench player? But when do we, for better or worse term, throw in the towel on a season? Again, they have their pick this year. They have a couple swaps or whatever going as we get into the near future, but they have it for this year. So at what point do we see them perhaps again put the minutes, pull it back on Derek White? He's the oldest of them. You don't want to waste a prime or a late prime season of his. Same with Jaylen Brown. He's younger. I mean, he can play the minutes, but do you want to put him through that besides maybe to try to get some personal awards? When do we perhaps rein it in a bit?
Yeah, the Celtics and the Pacers were really hard to like preview because I just don't know. You could see a version of them making the playoffs. You can also see where they pull the plug. I had the same exact question as you, so let me ask you this question that just kind of the two teams, Pacers, Celtics, which one would you expect more to pull the plug?
I think I think it'll be the Pacers just because, as we talked about, I think they are more likely to suffer some kind of small injury, and that just takes them out. It removes the option.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if it was organizationally though, I think it would be the Celtics. I just think they're smart. They've done it like with the Tatum and Brown when they got them early on. When I just think they're smart enough to be like, hey, a 10th seed playing game with maybe Tatum trying to hurry back and play before he's ready. It's not where we want our franchise to be. Why don't we just try our best to get a top pick? We'll call in a favor from Adam Silver, see like, hey, if we trade Jaylen Brown to the Lakers, could you give us the first overall pick like you did with the Mavericks? Just throwing that out there as a possibility. Anyway, point being is I just think this organization is smart enough to be like, if we don't have it this year, let's see what we can get out of there. And like you said, shut maybe White down early, shut down Brown a little early, and save them for next year.
Yeah, that's always the tough one because I do think organizationally that front office would be like, let's go for 32 wins and that
Yeah,
seventh or eighth worst record.
right, correct. Yeah, I just feel like that, but I think it's like the smart move too. I know fans don't like to hear that, but I think it is the smart move. Okay, success. What would be a successful season for you for the Celtics?
I think just getting Tatum back because we haven't really talked about it. I do think he's going to play sooner than the trade deadline.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
they had videos of him dunking
I
already, and
know.
I I hope I hope they don't like keep like, oh, on Christmas he's going to play, because
Hmm.
I feel like even if it's going good, you definitely don't want to rush it and risk doing it again.
Yeah.
But I do think he plays sometime in January. I think he's looked good enough that he's just going to keep pushing it. And at certain point, he's just going to be like, let me play, even if it's limited minutes. But I think its success, I mean, would be either seeing him play, or just, again, similar to the Pacers, you have some of these other guys, Shireman, Luca Garza, who they brought in. Like, hey, do we see something that these guys we can just check that off as these guys are on the team next year? We got to roll for them.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Both of them are pretty good ones. I had just I think it'd be a success if they kind of didn't bring him back. Aren't you worried it's like almost too quick? That's only like 6 months, right? 6, 8 months?
Yeah, was it in May?
Yeah.
So
Man, I don't know. That's quick. I would rather see them go for a lottery pick. That's my opinion. So for me personally, success would be like Tatum, let's take the year off. You could keep it up, keep up your routine, get back going, but let's not force you into it because the worst thing that could happen is him hurting something else and becoming injury prone and not being able to play next year on top of it. Go for a lottery pick, add another young piece, build for the future. I don't know. That's my thought.
I would lean that way too.
Because like even if you add Tatum to this team ain't ready to like. I don't know. I think the Cavs and the Knicks are both better than them right now. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't think even if he came back and was really good, they're a feisty team, but I don't think they're going to take down one of those two teams.
Yeah, correct. Okay, prediction. What do you have for their prediction?
So because I do think Tatum comes back sooner than we think, I do think they'll end up as a play-in team.
Okay. I kind of copped out here. I said lottery / play-in. We aren't doing our official predictions yet. We will, but I think they're going to be on the edge. Like they're going to be somewhere between 12 and 9. So, or no. Yeah, 12 and 9. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on the Celtics?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks, Clint, for joining me. Thanks, everybody else, for listening. Once again, let us know down in the comments down below. What do you think? Is Tatum going to come back early? I don't know. You guys let us know. And other predictions you have on the season. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.